Yo, what up? Leo here from Creative Tech Lab. Today we're talking drones. DJI's new release, Mavic Air 2. And we're going to talk about why I think it is really an amazing drone. It's an awesome release. But if you're like me, I'm going to tell you why it is not the drone at this particular point in time. Let's get into it. But first and foremost, welcome to Creative Tech Lab. My name is Leo. This is a YouTube channel to accompany our website, creativetechlab.com, where we do talk about all things creative. Big up to each and every one of you that have subscribed thus far. It really means a lot to me every single time somebody decides to go down below and hit up the subscribe button and the notifications button. This is probably your first time here. We do talk a lot about run and gun videography here on the channel. This particular video is a different style video because, again, this is not a product that I actually have in hand. It's just my opinion. It's a little bit of just what I think. Perspective matters. You might be like me. It might help you make a decision or bring you to your senses once it is that you hear what I have to say. So all I ask is that you stick around, hear what I have to say, and then if you like it, drop a like, hit the subscribe, check out some other videos, and then if you don't, let me know down in the comments so we could talk it out. There's nothing wrong with a little civil disagreement. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about the Mavic Air 2, DOS, whatever you want to call it. So, of course, it's been long rumored that DJI was going to drop a drone in April. There was a lot of speculation on what drone it would be. But as soon as we got closer to the dates, there were some leaks. People saw the controller, people saw all that stuff. So we kind of knew what was coming, but there were still quite a few surprises. So just to give you a little bit of background, last night I was putting my son to sleep. I got a notification that DJI made the announcement. I immediately went to the video to see what was up, and it was a lot of things that was expected. So bigger sensor, so now we have a 1/2 inch sensor instead of the 2/3 that we had before on the old Mavic Air 2. We have longer flight times, which is a big deal. The major things it seemed like on the still cameras was the 48 megapixel, which is kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, especially when you're taking those big landscape type views. You could crop in now at 48 megapixels. Now you could take 8K time lapses with that 48 megapixel camera, stitch those stills together and get cool high resolution time lapses. I thought that was really cool. But that's not really what I thought was amazing. I'm more on the videography side. So now we do have 4K 60 usable 1080p up to 240 frames per second. That sounds super amazing if it is that you're following moving subjects. Still not really my thing. I typically fly the drones pretty slow, so I normally film in 24 frames per second anyway. But sometimes if you just want to throw the drone up real quick, get a quick shot, the ability to slow it down in post is pretty amazing. That's still not the biggest deal. That wasn't the thing that shocked me the most. Flight time, 34 minutes as opposed to the 21 minutes on the old Mavic Air. That is also pretty amazing because you guys know the 21 minutes is not really 21 minutes in terms of actual shooting time. When you get your drone up in the air, you're normally looking around, depending on how judicious you are with your movements and if you have your shots already planned out. But an extra 13 minutes or so makes a big difference, especially when you're bringing the drone back home when it hits 30 or below 30 or 25 or 20%. If you've flown a drone before, you know exactly what I mean. The thing that made the biggest difference to me, the game changer, is OcuSync instead of Wi-Fi. Now there's a lot of speculation. I know this is something that a lot of people ask for. I didn't think, and a lot of other people didn't think that they would do this, because this 100% placed this drone in competition with the higher price points of the Mavic 2 and the Mavic 2 Zoom. Mavic Pro 2, the Mavic Pro 2 or the Mavic Pro 2 Zoom, whatever you want to call it or whatever. I would say right now, if I was in the market for a brand new drone, the Mavic Air 2 100% blows those out the water. It's a smaller form factor than the bigger drones. The camera is just as capable, but now that it has OcuSync, it's mind-blowing. Big deal. So what it is that I saw that it had OcuSync and it had the battery time, the higher megapixel camera, all these things started to add up. I literally went onto DJI's website and started to pre-order. Then I went to B&H and then I stopped and just said, hold up for a second. Now, I think DJI completely knocked this release out of the park. This is exactly what everybody was looking for. However, the reason why I'm not getting this drone right now or for the foreseeable future is I don't know when I'm gonna be able to fly it. To be honest with you, I mean, it's just kind of messed up in the situation that we're in. Like, everybody knows what's going on. We're kind of locked down. I don't know what I'm allowed to say in terms of YouTube or whatever, but I already have a hard enough time trying to find time to fly my drone. One of the biggest things I do use it for is when that I travel. So I've flown the Spark, specifically in Italy, and it was like amazing just to have a drone to get some shots, and that was before I even knew anything about drones. You guys may or may not have seen, I did a video on this little guy right here, the Mavic Air. I don't know if I'll ever get DJI to send me anything, because that video was talking about how this drone almost ruined my trip to Singapore and Bali just because the connection issues were so bad. But I believe all those issues would be completely solved with the Mavic Air 2, and I still love the regular Mavic Air. However, I don't know when we'll be able to travel again, like, to be honest with you. Like, we may be able to do some trips maybe locally here, but I don't know when things are gonna go out of lockdown. And even when we go out of lockdown, that's like, what is going to be the new normal? Like, I don't think we're gonna be traveling anywhere. And even if we do, like, it's not gonna be like it was before. So even is it even worth going out and traveling right now? And then aside from that, again, it's just, I know DJI had this plan, and it's eventually somebody will get around to getting drones and stuff, but it's also a tough time for a lot of freelance and hobbyists and stuff. Like, everything is on lockdown. If you're a freelancer, videographer, YouTuber, whatever it is, you literally saw your income go whoosh and just be on pause for lots of times. And depending on what part of the world you are, I know here in the United States, it's not easy to get some of the aid that they've been talking about getting. I know some people haven't got that. Or if you're a business person trying to get loans and stuff, so trying to spend $800 or $1,000 on a drone at this particular moment, it's just kind of bad timing. Like, I get that DJI couldn't postpone the release. I know it was probably a tough release for them because a lot of YouTubers weren't able to go out and fly the drone, seeing that they were being on lockdown. But that still kind of plays into, from a consumer standpoint, like, do you really want to go ahead and buy a drone right now? So again, I think it's an awesome drone. And the gas, yes, the gas, not the gas in my stomach because I just ate, haha, funny. But the gear acquisition syndrome is definitely acting up right now, because this is the drone of all drones. I think it might be the best drone, or I should say the best prosumer drone that has been released to date. They did an awesome job on that. Just shitty timing, bro. Like, really sucky timing in terms of being able to go out and just purchase a drone right now. Now, that being said, it doesn't get released until, I don't think the bill start shipping until May 11th. 2 weeks might change. I know 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, things are rapidly changing around here. But I think it's gonna be a while before I jump out and get a drone. Maybe I'll wait until Black Friday. I don't think there's a rush to go out and get a new drone right now. And I think probably a lot of you are in the same situation. While it is like there's tons of excitement around this drone, timing wise, but I don't know. I don't want to ramble on. I think it's amazing. I think the battery life and the OcuSync in particular takes it completely in another class of drone. So if you're in the market for a drone and you were saving up for this drone, go ahead, get it and fly it wherever you could fly it. Go into some remote land or whatever. But let me know in the comments, are you going to get the Mavic Air 2? Do you think it's worth the upgrade? Do you think it's just bad timing and you think you'll probably get it later down the line? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I will catch you in the next video. If you found this video entertaining or my point of view helpful in any way, shape, or form, please go ahead, drop me a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. As I mentioned in the start, we do talk a lot about run and gun videography here on the channel, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.